Hi, everybody. Welcome to Grab a Cup of Knit and Chat. This is episode 20. Today is July the 21st, 2024, and it's a Sunday afternoon around 20 minutes to 3, 2:30, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be a really short episode. Not so much because I don't have anything to show, but I really don't have a whole lot to show. Um, I do have some whips. Um, I've kind of like thrown some whips off to the wayside, and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep working on them or not. What I do want to keep working on, because something hit me in the face the other day that most people might have thought of already, but there's really only like, I think, 23 more Fridays until Christmas. And honestly, I'm not a real big Christmas gift knitter. I do try to knit things to give to people. I can do socks and stuff like that, but I this year I wanted to give my dad something special, so it made me like, okay, I need to start on this, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I guess we will grab a drink. I have my water in my tumbler that I've decorated, and we'll get started. So, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I started for my dad. And it's a new pattern that just came out, I want to say a couple weeks ago. I don't have my printing is so bad because of the fact that I need ink in my printer. I didn't print off the main page, but it is called The Old Fashioned by Maxim Sear. And I don't have a good picture because when I'm running low on ink, everything looks very pink. I mean, you can see he has a maroon sweater and you can see his arm in that one, but the whole picture looks the same color as the sweater, and that's not the way it's supposed to look. But you can get that off of Ravelry. I'll try to link patterns down below again. I'm trying to get better about that. I not really sure, but anyway, it is The Old Fashioned by Maxim Sear. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. I should have been more prepared. I decided I was going to sit down and record anyway, even though I just had a couple of things to show, just to kind of stay in the going. You can hear my fan, it's knocking over here, but it's hot and I'm not going to turn it off. So there you go. Let's see if I can bring this picture up a little better. There's that picture. Not really sure. There we go. Now you can get a good look at it. But it's a open lay front cardigan. Um, it's really cute. I it's kind of a simple pattern repeat, which is really nice because I get to doing cardigans and I get really fatigued. But this one, I just want to keep working on. It's easy. I did swatch beforehand, and I'll show you my swatch. I just did a flat swatch, a small swatch. I did the pattern at the bottom, and then I did a few stockinette here. And I was not on gauge with the right that is done in the needle that's required in the pattern, which I think is a US 8. And I wasn't on gauge. I wasn't getting enough stitches. Anyway, I looked it up and it said that I should go down a needle size. So I went down a needle size. And the size that I'm making for my dad is the size 6. And with that, he would have a couple of inches of extra ease. And it was a little bit bigger than what he needed anyway. So I went down to a US 6 for the collar and a 7 for the body. And this is what I have so far. This is the right side. Um, let's see if I can make it look halfway decent. There, it's just getting to the increases where it looks like I'm probably going to need to get a longer cord because I started out with a smaller cord. So this is the fronts, the folded down collar. Look at that raglan increase. I love that. And then the back. You can't really see a whole lot now. I still have looks like 4 repeats before I get to the next stage of the pattern, which I'm not sure what happens next. But I'm using a this is a pretty charcoal, smoky charcoal color, and it's acrylic yarn because I am using what am I using? Lion Brand's Heartland yarn, which is 100% acrylic. It's a size 4, which is a worsted weight. This is in the Great Smoky Mountains colorway. That's what I'm using. And it's in the Great Smoky Mountains colorway. Um, it calls for an Aran weight, and this is what I had. And my dad will be 80 in January, and I want him to have the ease of just being able to wash this and dry it without any issues. And so I went with something that I had gotten for something else. And here's a bigger skein of it. So this is just a wash and dry. And that's why my gauge was off. And that's why I gauge swatched. Because normally I don't gauge swatch. And I really should start doing it. But I wanted to try to get the best fit for him. And he said he wears a men's extra large, which when I looked it up is like a 46 to 48 chest circumference. And when I picked the size of the sweater, I did it on that gauging because width at the chest band to band would be a 54-inch because I wanted him to be able to have that positive ease. So I don't think that this is going to be an issue for him as far as size wise. So I'm kind of happy with that. And sorry, I'm hot and I'm just, yeah, fidgety. Um, I don't think that's going to be an issue with him with the positive ease because he can wear it around the house. He can wear it out. He's not a real big heavy coat wearer because he lives in Southeast Texas. The winters can get harsh with ice and stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen him wear anything heavier than a flannel shirt with one of those flannel quilted jackets over the top. So I think he'll like it. Next, I have a pair of socks that I'm doing out of some Regia yarn. I don't have um I don't have tag for it. I just know that it's the Regia yarn. Regia. I don't know how you pronounce it. I did a toe up this time instead of a toe down. And I did a Flegel heel. And I'm, of course, in the middle of a row. And quite honestly, I don't really like it. I'm thinking about pulling it all the way back. I mean, I like the fact that you don't have to pick up stitches or anything. I don't know. This is for one of my grandsons. It's the next to the youngest grandson, and I I don't think he's really going to care about the fit or anything. It's just I don't know. What do you think? I don't it's like it does have that knitted back and forth short row type um, heel in the back. In case you didn't know, the Flegel heel is you're knitting in the round from the toe up, and then you keep knitting, but on the back side, when it's ready to start your heel, you start increasing on the back needle until you have two less stitches than your total stitches for your foot. So this is a 60 stitch foot. So I increased until I had 58 stitches on the back needle. And then you start um, working back and forth on the heel. I guess it would be the heel flap where you're doing the short row and you're decreasing back down to the 30 stitches. And once you did back down to the 30 stitches on that needle, you start working in the round again and you do your cuff. Well, yeah, I'm back to working in the round and I'm on my third round of that. And they like shorty socks. So I think I'm going to do 10 rounds and then or 5 rounds. That's pretty short because this is the third round. That would make it really short. I think I'm going to do 10 rounds and then the ribbed cuff. I don't know. I got to where I don't do toe up socks anymore because of the fact that they're too tight in the cuff when you go to put them on, and it seems like they're too tight in the heel and everything. So I don't know if this is going to work. I may just take them back out and do an afterthought heel. I kind of like that idea better, and it looks pretty long, doesn't it? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I know it's not all that long because you've got the heel on here too. Because right here, from here to the toe, is the foot, and then this starts the heel. So all of this is the heel. And then I'm working up. I may work through it anyway. I don't know. I'm just blabbing at this moment, I think. I'm gonna continue working the Flegel heel and doing it like it said, and I'm gonna do 10 rounds, and then I'm gonna do a 20 round cuff. And when I bind off in the cuff this time, I'm gonna go up a needle size because I knit my socks on a size US 1, and I've tried all of the Jenny stretchy bind off, blah, 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 blah. But I think I'm going to go up a needle size to do the bind off. I may go up to a 2.5. I'm not sure. We'll see. The other sock is Oh my gosh. Do I even know what yarn it is? It's in this little bag. Oh, this is a fox and pine. No, needle fox art bag that I got at Black Sheep in Albany, Oregon this month. It's cute. Anyway, and this is just a clear plastic zipper pouch that I picked up. Where did I pick this up? I think I might have got it at Target or something, or Hobby Lobby, something like that. Anyway, it was cheap. It was just a couple of dollars. Oh, I do have the tag in here. So, this is how much I've gotten done on this pair of socks. I don't even have the cuff done yet. This is a row one mini in I think it's Lophilia. I don't remember. It was Wonderluck Fibers. And then the one of these is Lophilia, I think is the yellow looking one, and Daylily is the pink one. Row one is a mini subscription that you can get where you get 10 gram minis, which is this right here, a month, and each month is a different fiber artist or yarn dyer. And I loved the subscription, but I got it for the tonals. Um, and the majority of what comes in the subscription is a mix of variegated and tonals, and it's not enough tonals for my liking. But that's the cuff. The pink will be the heel and the toes. This is a 64 stitch because I had said last time I was going to try to do mine with 64 stitches again. Um, and I did 64 stitches, but I forgot to go down a needle size on that. So I'm going to see how this fits this time with the way I'm doing it. But that's the cuff. And this is Love is Love, February's colorway for Yarnable. Yarnable is a sock yarn subscription. This is plush sock. It's a superwash merino, 85% and 15% nylon. Yarnable is by Hypnotic Yarn. You can do the plush sock or you can do a DK. You can get one or two every month. It just depends on what you want. I ordered this as a subscription, per a subscriber to the monthly subscription. They had some left over, and I was able to order it. I got my first Yarnable in March, and this was February's colorway, and I love it. And I think that that yellow and pink just kind of sets it off. But this is why I was getting row one minis, and most of what I was getting looked like this. So I stopped that subscription. I really do wish that they would have it again where you can do either tonals or variegated or heavily speckled, whatever. But that's all I have right now. And that is because this past week I've had issues with my left shoulder. I woke up Thursday morning. I hadn't really felt good. And I woke up Thursday morning and my shoulder was all swollen and it went down. And I worked and I got up Friday morning and it was swollen again. And, ibuprofen, ice, heat, the whole 9 yards, to the point where I went and had the doctor look at it. And I just haven't felt like knitting a whole lot. The only thing that I have been knitting on is my dad's cardigan, and that's, I think, because when I knit on it, I have a little bit more support of where I'm knitting. I don't know. It's not the little needles, and I don't work on it very often. It's like I'll do one or two repeats, and each repeat is like 4 rows. So I may do one repeat and put it down, and then come back and do another repeat. And it's easy enough to get in the rhythm of. So it's not hard to follow. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm just not doing a whole lot. It's been hot, it's been muggy, but that's not what's keeping me from doing it. Not wanting to do it hasn't, I have my mojo, I have my things I want to make. Speaking of which, Andrea Mallory's new sweater for Rhinebeck called Framed looks amazing. Love it. And Laura Penrose has the star, is it the Stella quilt? I think that's what it's called, coming out. And it's like let's see. I don't know if I can bring it up on Instagram. Oh, yep, there it is. Uh the Stella quilt blanket on Friday the 26th of July will be coming out. And she has this, I've just brought it up, and she has a new Instagram post. Um so she's now going to be doing an expansion packet that will be doing cushion and blanket patterns. So that's awesome. Cannot wait to get that pattern. I think it's going to be so cool. She uses the same thing as her sweet shop blanket, and she done it like the Missouri Star. If you quilt, it's going to be so pretty. I'm excited about the Stella quilt. I'm excited about Framed from Andrea Mowry. Um, and I'm excited to do a constellation sweater. I I have been wanting to do a constellation sweater since last winter, even after I realized that I don't want to do long sleeved sweaters. And I got to thinking, I need a couple of the long sleeve sweaters so that I can have those throw on when I don't want a heavy jacket. And it's cool enough in the mornings whenever I head out to work that having something would be awesome. And I really love the Constellation sweater. And I'm not sure if I can bring it up real quick, but it's a bulky pattern on Ravelry, and I love it. I It's just a oversized type sweater, and let's see, and the classic raglan. I want to make one of those too. Um because you can take that classic raglan pattern and turn it into a short sleeve. But this is the Constellation sweater. And that right there just looks like one of those. It's going to work up really quick because it's a bulky weight. Um, that is by, who's that by? Ozetta. It's by Ozetta. And awesome. It's just, it's a top down, oversized, bulky mixed with lace, size 10 needles, size 9 for the ribbings, and it comes in 5 sizes from extra small to 5 extra large. And it just seems like one of those sweaters that's going to be perfect to throw on in the mornings or throw on in the evenings if you have to run outside. It's just going to be one of those. And I can't wait. And I have some Plutalope and some Malabrigo. The Plutalope that I have is a like a grayish color, and the Malabrigo is a lace weight, and I can't remember the name of the colors, but I had gotten those to do something else, and I'm not sure if it's going to come out to the same gauge as the Constellation, because the Plutalope is only a worsted weight. I don't think it's a bulky weight. I have to look at that again. So I need a bulky weight yarn to go with my lace weight yarn. And I'm thinking if I take a worsted and a DK and a lace, maybe. I don't know. That's silliness. It's nonsense. It's me thinking out loud, and that means that I'm rambling. And I'm going to wish you a very wonderful rest of your Sunday if you're watching today, if this comes up in time. And if not, whenever you're watching, I hope you're stopped to smell the roses, look up at the blue sky, think of what you have and not what you don't, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.